Hello, my name is Father Jacob Rouse, and it is a very windy day here at Notre Dame Parish in Cresco, Iowa, which I am the pastor of. And I would just like to encourage you on this day of we are in the stone cold tomb. Christ is sealed away, and we are waiting the Easter Vigil tonight at 7:30 p.m. live streamed or in the church. The vigil, remember, comes from the word that means vigilant, to be ready, to be watching, to be waiting for the resurrection of Christ. And it is the mother of all liturgies. I'm very excited. But I would like to give you encouragement here in this quiet time between Lent and Easter. Because remember, Lent is done. Lent ended on Thursday night, and Easter starts Saturday night. So people have been saying, like, Father, I had a bad Lent. I didn't have a very good Lent. It didn't go the way I wanted to. So my encouragement to you is just because you had a bad Lent, whatever that means, that does not mean that you cannot have a beautiful Easter. Lent is a 40-day season of penance and sorrow. But Easter is a 50-day celebration of joy and freedom from slavery. And so, how dare we focus so much on the penances and the work of Lent and then ignore the beauty and the joy and the freedom that comes with Easter. That's what Jesus went through the desert and went through his suffering and passion for us anyways, so that we can enjoy the freedom and the happiness that comes with his resurrection. So this is not like Christmas. Well, it is like Christmas because, people will take down their eggs and their pastel-colored things, and probably in a week or less than that. Christmas, December 26th, we see the Christmas trees out on the curb. Very sad, but just like Christmas, which is a high solemnity season, same thing as Easter is. It leads into Pentecost and then the sending out into the world, So remember that Easter is not just one day, it is an entire season, just like Lent is an entire season. So let's say you forgot to abstain from meat for a few Fridays, or maybe you accidentally ate bacon on your pizza from Casey's, I don't know. Maybe you weren't faithful to your fast of giving up chocolate or YouTube or Netflix or whatever. You didn't pray as much as you want to. You didn't make it to confession beforehand. Well, Holy Week is not a finals week. There's still time. There's plenty of time in the season of Easter. Maybe Lent happened to you instead of you having your own cute little weight loss diet prayer spiritual plan. The suffering of life sometimes is Lent itself. Like maybe you had children that were struggling and you needed to attend to them for the last 40 days. Maybe you were an American living through the pandemic. Maybe you were a pastor living through a pandemic and trying to lead people and encourage them. So remember that while God's graces and everything he gives us are not on our terms, same thing as the things that life gives us and God allows, the suffering. It's not on our terms. How great it is, whatever sufferings, whatever graces you've received this Lent, how great it is to say, this was not my plan, this was your plan, Lord. The Father wanted it, and I accepted it, So take some time, forgive yourself, have compassion, self-compassion for yourself, and let's move forward into the light. Leave the tomb behind. That's what Easter is all about. The tomb, we love to stay there because it's safe and it's easy and it's simple, but there's nothing there. There's nothing in the tomb for us that's worth staying there for. We are called to go out and spread the fact that it is empty. So Satan is a liar, and Satan lost. So I heard just recently, and I'm going to steal it and use it, that the enemy calls you by your sin and ignores your name, but the Father calls you by your name and ignores your sin. Think about that. So that's what God, the Father, our lover, Jesus Christ, truly wants for us this Easter season, is for us to be completely free of all slavery to sin, be completely full of joy, and be excited to go out and spread the news, not only of his resurrection, but of his love and of his constant mercy for us. So speaking of mercy, this is one way to have a great Easter. Divine Mercy Sunday is coming up. The novena started yesterday, Friday. You can catch up on it. It's okay. So basically, it's a celebration and an hour of prayer, celebrating and devoting ourselves to the divine mercy which comes from the heart of Jesus. And then beforehand, and I'll post all this, don't worry, we're going to have Divine Mercy Sundays. Get it? Sundays. Ice cream Sundays to help the kids remember. And then if you want to continue to have a beautiful Easter, myself and Melanie Vober, the adult coordinator of Faith Formation, we came up with a Eucharistic series. This is my body, in quotes, because we just want to gush about and talk about and have myself and her and a few other friends talk about how great the Eucharist and how beneficial it has been to have the body and blood of Christ in our lives and nourishing us. So this will not be live streamed. This is a come only to the church. So sorry, other people in other towns, but this is another way that you can have a beautiful Easter season rather than just the day of and then mourn that you had a bad Lent. So plenty of opportunities. Please share this video. I think some of the stuff I said might be helpful for others. Go to confession. Just because Lent's over doesn't mean that the opportunity for confession and for cleaning and healing and freedom has left. I'm in the confessional 45 minutes before every Mass, and I'm sure if you're not from this town, your priest would love to hear your confession. So be not afraid, share this video, go to confession, and go wash your hands.